Well, I kind of got ahead of the video here. Wasn't sure I was going to videotape it anyway. Who knows? We'll see if I post it or not. But so my air hose, I've showed this before. This, you know, it still holds air, but it's not as safe or as nice as it should be. So, anywho, you know, it had the big threaded end on here, and I was just comparing the holes in here, and that's no bigger than the one on the other one with the smaller thread size. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I know the other one's a 1/4 inch NPT. This one 1/2 inch, 3/8. I'm not, probably 3/8. I don't know. Anyway, so I already took the rubber clamp off, which is the stopper. You know, so that when the hose comes back in, it stops it there. And I pulled the hose up out of the hole there. I pulled up shy of cutting that off just yet, but most of the hose is good. You know, half the hose is good. All of this has been protected. This hasn't been out hardly at all. But I'm just going to change the whole thing. I probably could have got away with just putting a new end on the end there, but I've had the hoses for years. I'm finally getting around to doing it. Probably take my paper hose down there, paper roll down to hell. This is a Harbor Freight thing, and basically I pulled it out and I've just locked it up against the spring there. So hopefully, hopefully I won't pop the spring and have this thing unwind, because yeah. Anyway, these are 18mm. Don't ask me why. Oh, because they're Harbor Freight, and this end should spin on the hose. Maybe not. Well, easy way to solve that, at least for taking it off. These are Craftsman handy something or other. Handy cut. Man, those things, love those things. Oh, and I'll have to undo those. Oh, man, I hope I didn't shoot myself in the foot here. This is the big fitting that I need. The other hose has the small fittings. On the tool end, I had this one to step it down. I may be taking a run to Home Depot here in just a minute to get one to go the other way so I can actually hook it up in there. I'll have to look at my other hoses to see if I have... don't have to be too bright to be me. Oh well. Oh, man. Yeah, that was special. It fell way in the back there, and these are either chrome plated or stainless. If they're stainless, I'm not going to be able to pick it up with a magnet. Nice. I was trying to set up the mister on my lathe so I could, because it's a bigger part I'm trying to cut, and it's running really hot. And so I thought, you know, I went to hook this up, and the quick connect on the end of it's been toast for a while. So come on, there we go. That one went under the mill. Nice. I can still get that one easier. Okay. What was I gonna say? Apparently something vitally important. Oh, the quick connect's dead, and rather than just replace it, I figured, well, you know, might as well just replace it all. So let's get a magnet and see if we're lucky here. Oh, yes, it's just chrome plated. I've got the saw set up there for cutting. Oh, I see it too. I've got the saw set up for This is where you keep tall people around, so they can reach that kind of shit. Yeah. See, these have the smaller fitting, and but the hole. Here we go. The hole in the smaller one is bigger than the one in the. There we go. Somewhere in there. I think you can see it. The hole in the smaller fitting is bigger than the other, which means it'll flow more air. Alright, let me go out to the shed and see if any of the other hoses have big ones. Well, as it turned out, I had a fitting sitting in my toolbox, and the other hoses are the same. So I'm going to wrap some Teflon tape around here. And a lot of guys seem to have a challenge sometimes with which way to do it. If you see how it's coming off the roll here, okay, if you run it around like this, it'll come off as you're doing it, and you can hold your thumb on it and keep it slick, or keep it tensioned. So I'll put one finger on there, and once you get it locked in like that, then it's real easy to, and this stuff's really soft, moves out of the way, so I tend to overdo it. And if you just tear it off and pull it up, it almost seals itself to the end there, so you don't end up with any stringy ends on it. And then the fitting, and I could have put it on the fitting, but it'd be a whole lot easier to put it on here, and then I can hold this while I'm putting the Teflon on. Now let's see here. That's 18 too. 11/16 was 11/16. What was it? Yeah, 11/16 was too small and 3/4 was too big. Oh. Yeah, 11/16 was too small on this one. That was 18. Okay. This is a Goodyear hose, so it's not as odd. Okay, so I need that 11/16 back. And what size is the other one? 5/8 probably? 9/16. Man. So much for calibrated eyes. Okay. Oh! Now, technically, brass is soft enough. You can turn these two together and get them to seal without the Teflon tape. I always put the Teflon tape on anyway. That's just what I'm used to doing. Alright, I want to get this swapped over first. So, there's one. Looking at the tape on here and everything, that doesn't look like a job I did. It's piled on way too thick. And I don't remember putting this part together like this. Oh, whew. I thought, man, you watch. I'm not going to be able to get the damn spring over that thing. Okay, so they go one way and the other, so we'll pinch them back on here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as a roll so I can spin it on there, because this crimped end here does not spin on here. Okay, so let's go see if we can put it on. Oh, let's put the Teflon tape on first. And if your finger gets in the way, I don't know if you can see it from where I'm at there, you can run a little tail up over here and get your finger completely out of the way, and do it that way. too hard to get started. Yeah, I probably should have put it through here first, but I figured, that was going to make it just a whole lot harder to turn. So, hey, and you don't learn near as much if you don't do it wrong, at least now and then. Yeah, it's a lot cooler not having all the beard. And I just stepped outside, and it's so nice and warm out there. I can see me taking the rest of it off fairly soon. So let's take the straps off here. So now, basically what I can do is feed this through here and then down through the other. Alright, this one goes through, but we want to keep it close. Alright. That's going to work. Okay. So, see if we can get it. Alright, that ought to protect it. I had a pretty good, real tight bend in there on the other one. I think that's just fine. I meant to do that. Oh. I should grab a stubby screwdriver so I could turn from the other side. Alright, all you proper tool for proper job thing guys out there, just look the other way. Okay, well, I guess I can do this, maybe. Nope, doesn't really want to go in there. Look at that. I bent it over at an angle. Perfect. Gerber. Yeah, here comes the end of it. So, let's pull it back through. Okay, let's see. Alright, so that's all the higher up it was. So, anywhere in there is going to be fine. Cool. And that's just there, obviously. Wow. I guess the new hoses are a whole lot stiffer than the old ones. The old ones just kind of hang there. That was for Chuck. He seems to have a similar sense of humor. I could put another one of those push buttons on. I don't know what they're rated for flow-wise. But I do have, I picked these up, somebody brought it up on my video about air fittings, and they were talking about the V's, and I keep meaning to order some, but I haven't yet. But the T's are bigger than what I originally had. So, in fact, I'll just show it here real quick. See the difference in the fitting there? So the two packages are basically the same. Husky obviously came from Home Depot, and Central Pneumatic came from Harbor Freight. There's just enough difference in them, you know, to tell that they're not manufactured off the same thing. So size-wise, it is going to be a little bigger and heavier. Okay. They have them at the same 3/8 fitting on them now, so I should be able to just put it right onto here, which will be kind of nice. That'll eliminate that one, the adapter I had. So let's see here. Let's look at these. Okay. Try to get them both so you can see through them at the same time. Noticeably bigger. I have no clue air fitting wise what how much more it flows, but the specs are online and stuff like that, and the T doesn't flow anywhere near as much as the V. It's a lot more than the other ones, but it's still not as much as the V. So would be nice to put some V's on here, but you know, the reality is what motivated this was getting air hooked up to a mister for my lathe. And that's not going to require a ton of air. So, I mean, I can use regular, smaller fittings with it and stuff like that if I feel like it. But in the, you know, so I may put just a regular fitting on here instead of dealing with this big one, because all my air tools and all that kind of stuff, they all run off the other one, you know, off the smaller ones, and I don't really want to have to. In fact, that's a good point right there. I think I'm just going to put that back on. Anyway, I want to switch to these big ones everywhere else, basically, especially in the line that goes to the sandblaster. Because if I can get a whole lot more flow for the sandblasters, then they'll work way, way better. So, instead of putting this on, I'm going to put this on. And as I went over in my other air fitting video, the 3 bars means that this is a universal, which is the same as the push button was. And the push button was really nice, but they do seem to wear out pretty quick. And I don't actually have one. I could put the bigger one on, but like I said, I don't want to have to screw around with changing over all the air tools right now. And I don't have one of the others handy. So, let's go plug the air back in. So this had been leaking really bad on the other quick connect. Oh, look at that. So with these, you can just pull back. You don't have to push in, and you don't have to pull back to lock them in either. Okay. Wow.